Well, there are growing concerns about the ownership of the 1,500 guns that were brought into the country last week. Customs officials were emphatic the owner has permission and license to the guns. Here is Joseph Opon Abuaje, head of Preventive Customs Division at the GRA.
Examination has been carried out successfully by the entire security operatives at the port. We started at 9:50 a.m. and closed around 13:20 GMT or hours. The importer is a licensed importer who has all the requisite permits and documents needed to operate as an arms dealer. And that's all the relevant taxes have been paid. We want to inform the entire public that the security services at the ports are third-degree alert, and that there is no cause to fear, no cause for alarm, and that the public should disabuse their minds of any act of insecurity. The consignment was legally imported. These items were identified, and they are in tandem with the documents presented. Shotguns, pump action remover, that is pump action with magazine, pump action without magazine, automatic pistol grip and bat, pump action. They all use the same ammunition with 12 gauge. He is a dealer, and he's a dealer, a licensed dealer. So he's doing legitimate business. So in case of arms and ammunition, whatever they would import, the Ministry of Interior, and for that matter, the police is aware. When we intercepted this consignment, we thought we want the right thing to be done. Yes, so after scanning, there was a need because our scanned images presented wasn't clear, and issues like this, we have every right to re-examine to establish the genuineness or otherwise. And somewhere along the line, miscreants who wanted to create unnecessary panic, two pains, probably shot the distance at a distance, and then, the whole thing was sent to the social media.
And indeed, social media will spread it out for you. But then failure to mention the owner of the gun appears to be increasing speculations. Comments on, again, social media suggest that the consignment belongs to a high-ranking government official. But we have spotted a post on Facebook purported to be a reaction from the Minister of State in charge of national security, Brian Achampong.
Did you know that the container load of AK-47 intercepted by SEPS was imported by Brian Achampong? The NDC must wake up. And here is the Facebook post by Brian Achampong. What do you do to fools like this, making categorical statements in the name of politics? Ashanti Regional NDC officer. 1. Get him arrested to prove his allegation. 2. Sue him for defamation. 3. Mechanically remove the stupidity out of him. 4. Continue to pray for him. 5. Report him to the Peace Council. 6. Report him to the NDC. Me, my heart is for number 4, which is continue to pray for him. But my mind tilts towards number 3, which is mechanically remove the stupidity out of him.
So this is a social media banter that has been ongoing. Of course, there's a politics and all of that. These developments have raised concerns about the monitoring and control of guns in the country, especially when the country is headed towards an election next year. Well, let's get on the phone lines now. The Executive Secretary of the Small Arms Commission, Jones Aple, is joining me. Sir, thank you very much for your time this afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Well, I assume that you know a lot about the new stock that Ghana has taken. 1,500, we're told, pump action guns.
Yeah.
What do you know about this?
I heard it on the media, and we have followed it, but we are yet to receive the official briefing on it. But at least from the snippets of information on social media and the media, we have a fair idea of what is happening.
From social media and from the media, is the Small Arms Commission not supposed to be a part of the processes towards bringing these guns into the country and following it to its destination?
For now, the act that we have, I think, places the mandate well in the hands of the police and the customs. What the Small Arms Commission does is that we receive returns from time to time on the number of, the returns, what has been sold, who they've sold them to, and then from time to time, in conjunction with the police, we also pay supply visits to some of these dealers to see what they are doing. But in terms of day-to-day management and day-to-day checking, that is for now being done by the police service and I think police service and the national security office, I believe.
1,500 pump action guns in the country that's headed towards an election where we're also told that there have been security. I mean, we know the security issues. There have been a couple of kidnappings. There have been some armed robberies. To what extent should we be worried about these guns that have been imported last week into the country?
Oh, every Ghanaian has to be worried anytime we're talking about guns, because small arms are the weapons of choice in most of the crimes that we see, particularly in Africa and West Africa. So we should be worried. But let me also say, and I've seen some releases by customs and police service. In Ghana, we inherited a gun culture from our colonial masters. So in Ghana, we allow civilians to bear firearms. And so the market is fed by these arms importers. So legitimately, if you are a Ghanaian and you want to own a gun, a pump action as we saw it, the law prescribes what you should do and the qualification that you should have. So we have importers who are allowed legally to bring these weapons into our jurisdiction. So that is what you saw. When I heard the one who put the matter on the social media, I think the person was also unnecessarily alarmed. And I think customs and police took the right steps by ordering for the physical examination of the goods. And I believe what they saw has at least allayed the fears of of some of us that these are weapons that we call them civil categories. These are not the type of weapons that you can use in any combat. They can kill anyway. They can kill. These are weapons that can fire 6 rounds, etc. They can kill. But what I want to say is that these are weapons that we allow into the country. I believe you ask a lot of people in Ghana, they have this pistol grip pump actions. There are a lot of households that you find them in it.
Well, one thing that people have been concerned about also has been the fact that the customs personnel were not necessarily able to tell Ghanaians who owns this. They said that the person is a registered or licensed arms dealer, but nobody knows who it is. Nobody knows where these 1,500 pump action guns are going in the country. Is this standard practice?
Well, I believe that we live in a country of laws, and so I believe to disclose some of these things, you need clearances. You can't interview a customs officer who can immediately put out an information that I will consider confidential into the public immediately. But I believe this is information that, from the way JoyFM is probing and pursuing the matter, this is an information that will come out one way or the other. And the public needs to know the people who are importing this guns into the country, because really, each firearm that is imported into the country also raises some law enforcement concerns. It means that you have to get officers to know who a weapon has been told to, what the person is being used for. I mean, the weapon is being used for, etc. So, but don't fault customs and police too much for not being able to disclose the name of the one who imported it for now. I believe when the necessary clearances are sought, after all, we are all Ghanaians, we are all interested in the welfare of this country, we are all interested in the development of this country. So I don't see why any public officer, if he has the information, will shy away or share it from share it with the media or the public.
Well, Mr. Apple, what we've also known in this country, if you've lived here long enough, is that such information doesn't come quite easily. And already there are speculations that some government officials may be involved. There have been some kind of banter, but it always doesn't end up in people accessing the right, accurate information. But we also know that the Commission is seeking to review its current laws. What will be the ideal situation when you have that law on your side?
I think what we need to do is trying to improve the accountability bit and try and improve on the monitoring bit. I believe that is one of the areas that we need to look at when these weapons come, because as a gun regulation or gun commission, you need to know from the time the weapon enters into the country until when it is disposed of, or when it leaves your jurisdiction, or when the weapon gets deactivated, means they can be used again.
Yeah.
So these are some of the international best practices that we are trying to.
And at the moment, the Act doesn't provide you power over all of these areas?
For now, as I said, it's the customs and the police that are supposed to do this auditing and this checking and ensuring there's a compliance with our law, etc. What the commission does is that the commission, as I said, receives input, and when there are areas for policy review, we flag it for government attention.
Very well. Within what time are you looking to get this review done?
We are looking at the lifespan of this parliament. We have about 1.5 years more. I believe that we have hinted the ministry about it. We are yet to. It's being undertaken, I think, as part of the law reform, whatever they are doing. And so once we receive the report, it goes to AG, it goes to the ministry, and discussions can continue.
Mr. Apple, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Jones Apple is Executive Secretary of the Small Arms Commission there. Well, he's talking about standard practice, what ought to be done, and what the Small Arms Commission can actually do. At the moment, they're not a part of the processes of bringing these guns in, neither are they a part of the processes, that follow it through from the beginning until its end, which is when the guns can no more be used. They're looking to review their laws. So at the moment, everything is with the police and with the immigration. So what are the other perspectives to this? Here is WANEP. WANEP's Chukwemeka is speaking about the fact that this may perhaps be a response to the rate of crime at the moment. Listen.
I think that these are connectors. Why are people suddenly interested in self-defense? That's a critical question to ask. So even if the person has a license to import those guns, it also means that there are people who will be interested in using those guns. Therefore, they will purchase those guns from the importer. The critical question to ask is, why are people now suddenly interested in such venture? Why is those numbers being imported? It means that there is a market, there is a demand for it. The fundamental question then is the why, which means there is something we need to address in our security architecture. People no longer feel safe. People think that they need to go a step further to be able to protect themselves. So that fundamental issues need to be addressed. The second thing to add to that is that the push factor, the why people want to protect themselves, which also have to do with issues of unemployment, issues of poverty, issues of youth bulge, issues of our population explosion, issues of urban migration, need to be addressed. If we don't address it, then people will continually seek for self-help. And nobody knows when those guns, whether licensed or unlicensed, goes into the wrong hands. Non-state actors who are not trained to use those kind of guns, when they begin to use it for something that is heinous.
Chukwemeka Eze there, he's with One Post. Still get some more perspective on this.